All right. Hello, here we go. So, this is, excuse me. So, this is episode 2 of the Super Mario Kart playthrough. And I will just continue where I left off in that little discussion in the previous episode here. Yeah, so a lot is going on in Mario Kart. I'm really good at reading between the lines, and a lot is potentially on the way, like very soon. One thing though that I will just drop a detail. One thing that I was staring at and like also excited when I first saw. There's that particular stage, right? There's that particular racetrack. The DK inspired racetrack. I played through that game so much, and it's because I never really think about it, huh? But if you play the game for yourself, you can go on the internet and search the names of those tracks. But that particular track has there's those SpaceX launches, like NASA and whoever else, Elon Musk, all of these like big rockets that they're always sending out into space is like literally one of those rockets they've been sending out, or maybe just building. For what reason, huh? And then we had that portal. Excuse me, no spoilers, so I'm just gonna stop there with that one. But yeah, a lot is going on in that game, and the opportunities, the potential is a lot. When I say a lot, I mean it's dear. So I am excited, to be honest. We had major inclusions. We had like a lot of tracks added in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That was the course pass, and that was that was DLC, right? And they managed to add, like, say you have 8 cups, right? In every Mario Kart game, they added 8 more cups. Imagine, whoa. It was amazing to see. Like, we had Yoshi's Island, we had a lot of tracks remade that we didn't have before in the game. So it is far from crazy to think that, possibly every single Mario Kart track is going to eventually make its way to Mario Kart World, to Nintendo Switch 2. Like I mentioned in detail in the previous episode, Super Smash added every single stage and every single character from previous Super Smash video games, so I think this is Nintendo readying themselves to do it for Mario Kart as well. Everything that we know about the series, know and love, is going to be packed into one game. Maybe just like we had like waves. We had like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and wave 4 with those Nintendo Switch Booster Course Pass DLC tracks, right? And they each had, the separate cups added eventually, like progressively throughout the year or something like that. They eventually released them. Is going to be the same for this. Most likely, I highly doubt, because just like we have Street Fighter 6 and they're gradually releasing those characters, I think it's the same thing here. So, whoa, almost drove into that. Directly into that. Alright, so no. First one for the entire playthrough so far. I was dodging those like heck, man, but not this time. I guess. So I guess there's maybe the only thing right here that slows us down, pretty much. Enough to... Whoa, the shells. Right, so... just like Street Fighter 6, we have those character classes going on as of now. C Viper recently released. She recently launched in the Street Fighter 6. Similarly, they're going to release them bit by bit. I doubt they're going to be making those... Dang, man. I doubt they're going to be making those to be... like... Yeah, that was the final lap. Oh my god. Nope, 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 not dealing with this. This is gonna be a bit longer an episode, because I'm not dealing with that. So hold on a second, it wasn't focusing enough. So I'm just gonna pause this recording, coming back. Alright, so back, yeah? That's one thing about me. I never encourage myself. I guess maybe this way and how I got so good with what I do. I don't just accept the second place. That's ridiculous to me. So let's go ahead and do this over again. But yeah, this is very exciting stuff to speak about anyways. So it won't be 100% on my blame. I just gotta make sure that I focus right. Because really and truly, as old a game as this is, these things are made with like attention to details that some people never notice, and then other people like me and whoever else notice entirely, and we fully appreciate. So you really gotta focus on these things. But yeah, it is undoubtedly so. I'm not gonna confirm for most, but I did some major when I was younger. Did some major predictions for the Super Smash 3DS and Wii U DLC. I was correct about a lot of things, so I'm not telling myself that I'm like far off or anything here. Most likely is so. We had that spaceship. They could be doing just about anything with that spaceship, right? I highly doubt. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We had a glimpse of it. We had a few cutscenes. I can't remember the how many Mario Kart video games did we have, right? How many Mario Kart video games did we have that had, you could say, cutscenes, like actual like video cutscenes, similar to how Super Mario Sunshine has? When we got the mirror mode and stuff, yeah, mirror mode is in Mario Kart World. I wouldn't want to give spoilers, but I do believe a lot of people enough already know that by now. So sorry if you wouldn't want to hear that, but I've got my reason for at least mentioning it. That's why I still went ahead and did so. I'm not gonna spoil anything about the details of the cutscenes or anything, but the fact that we had a cutscene, we had that level of like, you put together something for a movie or a TV series, like it's not just what they did, it's like the details, like how they did it. I'm not surprised if this whatever DLC also has cutscenes. Who knows, right? But I wouldn't doubt it. Very likely. And it's amazing how they did that, and also just fluently implemented it into the world that we were already playing in and such. Made it to make sense. Like before, you just, in every Mario Kart that I know of, you just unlock mirror mode and that's it. They never detail how it happens. They never give us the tracks are just flipped around like in the opposite direction, but there wasn't any detail about it. And they kind of gave us that detail in Mario Kart World. So, and also they've named the game Mario Kart World, and one of the main race tracks is literally a space station with, that's what I was speaking of. Oh my gosh, this is dang annoying. These games are like really. Wait, please tell me this isn't the last lap. This would be like freaking, oh my god. Oh my freaking god. Alright. So maybe I might not be finishing this episode anytime soon. When I get to this track again, just pausing again. Hold on a second. Alright, so we're back. I've just got to be careful enough to keep my mind in multitask mode. That's the easiest way to say it. So that I don't end up doing this, a whole 30-minute episode and I haven't even passed this track yet. So, that as well. This detail here, you barely flaw like even an inch in these video games, especially the classical, the more classical Nintendo titles, you were like out of it, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they implement these traps, if what I say is, you know, correct, right? It's gonna be very interesting. This exact one we have in is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? They already did add this. This is the Bull Lake, yeah, and that's amazing. They use a lot of like zero gravity effects, and you know, you flip over this part of the stage into the next, and or jump over this part of the stage into the next, one part from one part to the other and stuff, and that's very creative. But I see the Mario Kart World tracks being a bit more like interconnected, just paved out road, and there isn't much zero gravity or anything of the sort I see going on like there was in Mario Kart 8. So possibly we might see that coming back, because how else could they implement the Mario Kart 8 tracks without that, right? We had somewhat of a similar with that is the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart World, and it was Rainbow Road and Peach Circuit, yeah. Is Peach Circuit, what did we name that track? Whatever that track is. Yeah, those two tracks I would say are the only ones I can look at and clearly see some sort of design similarity to what they did in Mario Kart 8, and that's a sign. Right, the name of the DLC pack that you would have gotten from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that's the Mario Kart 8 is a Nintendo Wii U title, then they moved it over to Switch. It's called a Booster Course Pass, right? Oh my god, I hate these things. This, well, from what I can see here, this Mario Kart is mostly just like dodging things as much as you can, and if you don't manage to dodge, you're like totally out of the race, because like we're in 5th place and we can easily end up like not passing this again. So let's go. Dang it, what, that hit? Didn't look like it. The animation was so off, you know, like playing these games and after being so accustomed to the newer, more streamlined Mario Kart games. There we go. Back in the whoa, how much laps? Right on the screen, did you see that? Whoa, these games take a lot of it, right? So these games, this particular Mario Kart is mostly dodging to me. That's mostly what this is. And come on. Oh my god. Alright. I think you do have an item, so let me just keep myself in front and away from the center of the road. Up. There we go. Sharp turn. And another sharp turn. Lapping somebody, so I guess we're fine. Alright. Something else. How much? It's like 14, not too shabby. 14 minutes. And that's like 27, so that's like 3 out of 4. Yeah. Alright, we're on 4. Let's go. This game is enjoyable. I like the sharp turns, and although this is 50, the game does have a pace to it that is quite appealing. All at the same time, if you're not too great at adjusting quickly between games, like it could quickly turn into hell. but I think I'm fine. I'm fine, as you can see here. I'm still quite far ahead. Drop that there for them. No, just as I said. Alright, that was, don't want to jinx myself. Let's go along this way so we could avoid, dang it. Yeah, this game is, I'm gonna be real with you guys, like, this is the fave. I don't know how for a lot of people, but like, as a Mario Kart veteran per se, kinda, this is annoying, man. I don't know if it's because, like I was trying to mention in my first episode of this thing, that this game, like right after this game, they changed things quite a lot and then kept that going for the remainder of the series. So this Mario Kart is like really different compared to most of the rest, but these turns, man. This could be fun for depends on your personality type, to be honest, but no way. This is not my fave. This is not my fave at all. And this isn't me being this isn't me jonesing or per se, if you know what that is, you're real Nintendo fanboy. But this isn't me looking for excuses or any of this sort. Like, I'm really to the T with this thing. Like, I see what I say like it is. No way, this is not it for me at all. At all. Wait, whoa. Alright, so this is the final lap. Alright, they'll be right behind me, so hold on to that. Oh my god. Alright, so this is a big detail, and I haven't said this yet for the series, for me playing this. What this is exactly like, and maybe why they had to change up a lot as well. F-Zero. The way the camera turns, the way that you have to turn the corners, and like, is the exact same engine. Alright, so we're gonna give a retry. I don't give a shit. This game is something else, man. Alright, so we're gonna use a retry. I wanted to go the entire thing without doing it, but to go to be pausing, recording, and returning, and doing over tracks, and not all the time, like every single race, man. The fact that they even, like, these people even had to implement some form of a retry system. That tells you that alone tells you enough, right? So here we are. I can't even talk enough before, plus I've got a lot of distraction in the background as well, so yeah, I don't drop too many details, but there's noise in the background. I don't have the most, although it is more than a lot of people around here, I don't have the most private environment. Like, people keep coming around the household. It's like, yeah, like, so. And this game is something else. I'm recording in the daytime. That's my biggest tip for most of you people out there. You're looking to, you want to do this. You think you're really good at these things. If you are, and you want to do some videos, as much as possibly can, I would encourage you to avoid making videos during the daytime. It is not a piece of cake at all. At all. Oh my god. Thankfully, luckily for us, this dang track has a whole lot of laps. This is the last lap right here, but if not for that, this would have been another one of those retries. So similar to how it is in F-Zero, you turn a corner, there's like this I would say broad sliding mechanic, and you find yourself like what I would call gas tapping. Well, this is the last lap, is it? Right. Whatever the hell happened there. So you have you're taking a turn. What I usually do is I would just briefly release the gas and then press again and turn, and is no different from like when you're hand braking a corner. There's a hand brake, you pull, and yeah, so it's the exact same way for F-Zero, and I find that very interesting. We had some DLC. Like, Nintendo has a habit of giving us, Nintendo has this serious habit of like giving us a hint or something like way before it's like fully implemented. So on the Nintendo Wii U, when Mario Kart 8, not Deluxe, when Mario Kart 8 itself first launched, right? They, in their DLC, they gave us 2 F-Zero tracks. And those 2 tracks, they were like boost panels on the side, and the majority of the road you could see was itself boost. And then, you know, after that, with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they even called the DLC like pack that you would have gotten, they called it Booster Course Pass, right? And before I get too ahead of myself, and I'm going to focus on the race as well, but like I was saying, they called it Booster Course Pass, and after that they went a step further again, and there's some tracks in Mario Kart World. I'm so sorry for those, you know, spoiler alert. There's some tracks in Mario Kart World that the road itself is a boost. Like, the road itself boosts you along, and then you hit an even higher peak of speed, like, as you're going along the road itself, because then there are booster panels on that road, so the road is already boosting you right ahead, and then there are like actual like booster panels on the road as well, so you get an even greater peak of speed. And for those who've played F-Zero, it reminds me of that quite a bunch. We've had some, you know, some hints. People are saying that they're getting the feeling that a new F-Zero is being made. We had a recent F-Zero video game. It was like it is a free to play for anyone who hasn't. I wouldn't really call it a free to play, because you need to have Nintendo Switch Online. You need to have the paid online service to, you know, get access to that. But that F-Zero is in the classic style, like these sort of graphics, and you play online with like a lot of people, and it's the same thing here. You've got to hand brake your corners, hold A as much as you could, you know, slightly release it. You could actually get off a dang turn. The turns are very short. Same here. So F-Zero is possibly coming around, and I really do think that people who've been underestimating Nintendo, trying to dump talk, either they're haters or they're people that Sony might be paying off to try to, you know, deter the Nintendo sales. I don't know what the hell happened here. Wasn't that a banana peel? Whatever the hell. Well, we made it. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, right? So this is episode 2. We made it through the mushroom and the flower cut. We're gonna move on to the star cut, and I'm gonna be fully blind with that one. I never played that cut before. Never played this game before. It's my first time doing a playthrough of it. So we're gonna see how well I do in the next episode. But yeah, I am excited. I can see there is a lot on the way for this thing. 50cc Flower Cup race, total wins the goal. Great race. Congratulations. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it off there. I really do hope you aren't hearing like noise pollution in the background. If you are, I do apologize. I won't be doing this again. I won't be recording in the daytime again. Hell no. So next episode we'll be taking on the Star Cup, and there is, yeah, so let's see, this episode was around like 20-30 minutes. It's still quite a long episode. I tried to avoid that the best I could, the most I could, but here we are. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, whichever you please, and stay tuned. I'm gonna finish this as quick as I could, and we're gonna move on to the next game after. I won't say we just get there when we get there. Thanks for watching.